Welcome to the show, where Southland's prospects of progressing any further in this year's championship were brought to an end by the Turbos, who took control of the game early and held on when the Stags rallied late in the piece. Elsewhere, Northland put up another feisty display, but the hometown advantage enjoyed by Hawke's Bay got them over the line with a degree of comfort in the end. Same couldn't be said about Taranaki, who blew their chances to win in normal time, though did dominate Auckland during the extension. Tasman made it 2 from 2 over what we used to call Big Brother, Canterbury. Let's hear from Southland skip Jamie McIntosh and one of the best buyers of the year, Lima Sapawanga.
Well, Jamie, that was sort of typical of what's happened this season. Very close, but not able to quite nail the game at the end.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tough couple of weeks, We've had a few performances this year where we haven't been proud of. Taranaki and Tasman at home and Manawatu away, and I think the last 4 weeks, we've turned the effort and attitude around and put in some pretty good performances against Canterbury and 70 minutes against Counties, 10 minutes of mistakes cost us that game, and then last week's game I thought was pretty special, and yesterday same thing. We started really well and created a lot of pressure and just let ourselves off the hook by a few silly mistakes and a couple of defensive laps where we work really well, and then let in a couple of tries after we've built all the pressure. So really proud of the guys, but as we said, I think we've lost the last couple of games ourselves, which has been pretty disappointing.
You seemed to play some of your best rugby in that last 10 minutes. You had them really going on the back foot.
Yeah, it was a wet day and the way we wanted to play was like that, but I guess that kind of game, I think both teams really focused on the breakdown yesterday, and there's a real battle there, and I was really proud of our guys. I think defensively and at the ruck time we were putting them under lots of pressure, and I thought the set piece was pretty even. Both sides were both winning their ball, and probably their 5-man line out with their drive really put us under some pressure in the middle of the park, and they got a bit of pay out of that, which was a bit disappointing. So overall it was a pretty close game. Could have gone either way, but we left our run a little bit late, and as we said after half time, it would have been great if we'd have scored that try off Noo's break, and they slowed down that ball just enough so we couldn't score, and we ended up only getting 3, and we probably deserved 7, so I guess that's footy.
How hard was it to mentally get the guys back up being so close to that Shield challenge? Yeah,
well, definitely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was pretty tough, but we had some really good days. Just only had one real rugby day, and that was on the Thursday, and the boys were out hunting and fishing, and we did a bit of team bonding on the Tuesday, a bit of fun games, and so got the energy levels right back up, and on Friday I thought the defence group and in particular they presented really well to the team, and the boys are really excited about getting out and playing some footy again. So that's one thing I'm really proud of. It could have been easy to put the tail between the legs and sulk and put in a bad performance on Saturday, but albeit we didn't win and made a few mistakes, so the effort and attitude was right up there, and I was really proud of the boys.
Exited at the same stage as last year, but has the team improved? Do you feel we've made progress in that time?
Yeah, I think we have. It's been an interesting year. We've blooded 9 new people into ITM Cup, a new coach, a new systems, new attacking systems, and I think over the last 3 years it's been a bit of a hallmark of ours. We've been pretty inconsistent. We've had some really bad performances mixed in with some really good ones. So we just as a team need to be a bit more consistent, and I think time in the saddle and having Brad down here full time for a whole year is going to make a big difference. And he's the boys really enjoy him, and he's got a great style of rugby that we want to play. So I guess it's about working hard in these next 7 months. Us Super Rugby boys will go away and do our job, and the boys at home have got to front up and train really hard, because at this level what's shown these boys this year is that little mistakes get punished. You're in system and you're out of system with the click of your finger, and teams score tries, so we've got to be a bit more ruthless, and I guess that'll be our focus in the off-season.
You just have to look at what Tasman's done. They won the championship last year. They could win the premiership next week. The gap's not that big between top and bottom.
No, it's not. I think the quality overall probably is a bit higher in the top division with, week in, week out, Wellington, Canterbury, Tasman, Taranaki. The list goes on. They are good competition, but this competition is not far apart as anyone can beat anyone on their day, and I think that's the exciting thing about it. The crossover games are really exciting for us because it's a bit of big brother, small brother battle, and I think a lot of those crossover games are huge, but just some of those teams who head up into that division next year, it's going to test their depth, and I guess that's one thing that we need to build is our depth and a bit of stuff. So, although it'd be disappointing, hopefully we can build a better squad so next year when we take out the championship, we're ready to head into the premiership and like Tasman have this year.
All right, give us a couple of picks for the finals. Manawatu, Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay may not want to be in the premiership. They'd have all those defences.
Yeah. No, both good teams, both hard-working teams. But I think Manawatu at home with that hard-working forward pack, they'll win that game. And the other game's going to be a pretty humdinger, I think. You got two pretty good teams, but I think the quality of the do you know what? Both forward packs are pretty good. I think overall quality of Tasman. I think the Taranaki can play some really good footy. They've got a couple of pretty nice backs with their centre and their wing, but I think overall Tasman, I think are a bit more of a threat right across the park, especially offloading and getting their continuity game going. So it'll be a good game to watch, but it'll be a big battle up front, two good scrums and two good lineouts.
What about Tasman? What about Taranaki's first five?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Clear tactics to put a lot of kicks up, test them under the high ball. Was that due to the conditions or you thought a weakness?
Yeah, I think so. It was quite wet up there and we thought we just, sometimes in those conditions it's better to play without the ball, and that was just one of the ways that we thought we could get into the game, and it paid off a few times, and they dropped a couple of balls but we just couldn't convert those opportunities.
Showed how good you can be though. That last try was fantastic, very slick.
Yeah, we've worked this whole year as a backline, and the forwards gave us good quality ball from the set piece, and we were able to give ourselves one last chance with that try, so that was good, but just wasn't to be. The way the draw was, we played three of the top teams and the crossover, and I don't think Manawatu played any of them, so that also has to come into play, and that's just the way the crossover draw works, and hopefully we get a favourable one next year.
So have you enjoyed your experience in the South and reflecting on the season as a whole?
Yeah, well, it's definitely better than Wellington's, wasn't it? So, it was good to get some wins on the board, and I think it's helped me. It's been tough at times, but really, really enjoyable, and the people of Invercargill are top quality people, and I've really loved my time down here so far.
Is it dramatically different, the setup, the preparation for games as a Wellington environment?
Yeah, it is. Obviously Wellington's, they base themselves out of the Hurricanes base and everything's there, facilities and stuff like that. And so things change here. We have to train out at Leeds George and little things like that. So things do change, but it's been awesome, and I couldn't have asked for a better setup with coming down here.
Yeah, I watch you at training. You like to enjoy yourself, don't you, in the game all the time?
Yeah, that's the way rugby should be, I know it's a job at the end of the day, but, growing up as a kid, it was all about fun, and the more fun you try to have, I guess the better you're going to play eventually, and some weekends it wasn't like that, but some weekends we got the win, and it was happy days.
So how are you going to spend the summer before you get back into camp with the Highlanders?
Rest the body and just prepare for pre-season as best as I can. And
are you based in Dunedin these days? Your family, everyone there?
No, my family's all in Wellington, so I'll head to Dunedin and drop my gear off and then shoot up to Wellington for a couple of weeks and see mum and dad and my sisters and that, and enjoy some time up there, and then shoot back down to Dunedin.
Sounds like an exciting Highlander squad coming up. We don't know the full details, but some new names, some new faces.
Yeah, that's the beauty of ITM Cup. A lot of guys start to put their hands up, and with guys moving on, you obviously got to replace them. So we'll see what happens and how our squad pans out. But hopefully the core of the boys who were there last year still come back.
I know the fans have enjoyed having you down here, and look forward to seeing you in Maroon next year.
Oh, well, I hope they have. I've really enjoyed my time, so thank you to all the people. I really appreciate it.
So confirming the draw for the finals, with the Turbos hosting the Magpies for the second time this season on Friday night and hoping for the same result. Meanwhile, Taranaki have the home ground advantage thanks to that error made by the Marcos in round-robin play. But Tasman have the chance to atone, and if I'm honest, might just be good enough to make the remarkable leap from championship winner to premiership champion in a single bound.